Well, it finally happened. We crashed the drone.
Are you ready?
Yeah? What am I doing? Dancing?
No, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready to go, yep.
Are we all packed up?
We're all packed up.
All right, we are in North Carolina, about to get ready to hit the road again. Just packing up the camper and getting a few things ready. Let's show y'all what it looks like. So it's already pretty packed here. So everything that's gonna come outside goes inside here. So our tent, chairs, the risers for the camper and whatnot. We go ahead and take some of the curtains down that are just gonna fall off anyways. Got the other stuff on the bed under that. And yeah, that's about how it looks. All the sink goes in there. We bungee that so it doesn't fly open. The fridge isn't too bad unless it's packed full. Yeah, that's about it before this trip. We got some new tires. Burro has some new wheels. We also get the bearings greased pretty much every time we do a round trip around the US. Get the bearings greased. So we actually got a new addition we'll tell you more about later. But it's a portable AC unit. That's gonna get us through the middle of the damn country. And one thing we've been debating on getting is an electric jack. So right now we have the typical wheel on the mechanical arm, and it's not bad, it works. But the owner before us had a truck that was probably at least 6 inches higher. And so the wheel and the arm came up no issue. But right now what I have to do is actually lift it, you know, and then Rebecca will kick the wheel up. And it's not that hard until we're loaded and ready to go. Then it becomes heavy. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, Peachy. Don't drop her with the leaf blower, or I'm following.
Love you too. So we are headed to Asheville for our first stop. It's about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 since we're going through the mountains. We're staying on the other side compared to...
Continue on North Carolina 68 south for 4 miles.
Still a KOA, so we actually had a bunch of points accumulated, so we ended up only paying like $25 for the whole week. Yeah, so I was wrong. So it's actually $50 a night, so it was about $200 for 4 nights, and with the points we only saved $50. So we ended up paying $150 for 4 nights. Close to $20 though. So yeah, that was exciting. So we're gonna be in Asheville till Saturday, and then from Saturday we're headed to Nashville. So from Asheville to Nashville, then to St. Louis. So we'll keep you guys posted on the route and enjoy the drive. So we're about an hour and a half in, and Rebecca's reaching that point where she needs coffee and to be entertained. Yeah, so also I thought I'd try to help out and find a Starbucks, and I found one that was pretty close by. It was only 2 exits the opposite direction we were going, so yeah, that was my bad. So now 2 hours into the drive and it's already getting exciting. So our favorite thing about driving in the rain is all the water that gets shot up into the camper through the gap in the door. It's probably, I don't know.
No, it's not even the gap, it's the mystery lake. You have no idea where water gets into the camper, but it does when we drive in rain.
We also have a mystery leak. So we think that's something with the seam leading into the window. Before we had a clogged drain valve right there above the window, but we got that taken care of. So yeah, we'll see how wet it is this time. Definitely about to be rainbow season, baby. 30 minutes away, the girls are comfy. People are flying by us.
I just don't want to be behind the kayak guy, but this is maybe not the best time, maybe.
Oh yeah, so Rebecca's been following this person. They've kind of been leading the way the whole time.
So sketch. I feel like it's gonna slide right onto the road.
Pretty wiggly kayak.
I mean, I guess it's secured, but I can't see. No, you're fine. It just. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
I got in trouble.
Lord of mercy.
Home for the week. So it's always a big debate on who's going to go inside and get the paperwork and sign everything. And, you know, me being the gracious, kind, loving partner that I am, I went in today. And it was so difficult. So, I mean, I think Rebecca should just take the next 10.
I always go in. Every single time. Which, actually, I forgot why. We switch usually because he's better at backing the camper up.
And they're closed today. Well, not...
The office is already closed, so he
closed at 6, now it's 7.
I was still talking.
About to lose my trying to get our electric cable out of the camper. There's our box. There's a lot going on right now. We got to the campground, unhitched, set up, and realized we're missing the adapter for the electric plug-in. Basically, you need a 30 amp to 15 amp adapter.
This thing that you can't see in the dark. Basically, we can't last 2 seconds without electricity. Which you might be thinking, why go camping if you need electricity so badly? But we actually work from the roads, and tomorrow is going to be a work day for us, so we literally need electricity. So, of course, we realized, hey, we're not that far from civilization, so we go to a Lowe's and figured we'll just go out for dinner. But then we noticed the storm clouds. So then we figured, well, I'm sure it won't be so bad. So we will go into Lowe's, we find the adapter. It's a huge success after some challenge finding it. And then we come out and the storm clouds are so large, so dark. And so we decide, let's just go pick up some food and head back. And we fortunately made it home. We, of course, left all the windows wide open. And that's why we were worried about the camper, because it was a torrential downpour. Also, we have a little bit of a baby when it comes to thunderstorms. So we felt bad that we left her all by herself, but she was okay. She hid in her little shark bed. And yeah, so our arrival here was not exactly that relaxed, but everything's okay. We're now cozy up inside the camper. The rain has stopped for the most part, and we can work tomorrow. So success.
Good morning. It's 10 a.m., but if you ask Rebecca, it's 12. What time? Noon? 1? She keeps her computer on West Coast hours since those are the hours she works, so it gets a little a little confusing every now and then. So, overall, good morning. You know, the campground's pretty empty. It's clearing out. Like we said, it's pretty much just RVs here. So I think it's really just a pass-through, but that works for us because we have to work this week. So good night's sleep in the rain. That was awesome, relaxing. And now it's about to be a work day. And that's our neighborhood tow police, Rebecca. So this is Rebecca's workstation during the day. This is where I usually hang out until she starts working, at which point I will relocate to that fine little picnic table outside. But until then, my cubicle buddies are, they're kind of high maintenance. You know, in the morning they want food, they want water, which I guess so do I. But now they're pretty easygoing. They don't really do much, they sleep. So let's talk about coffee.
We have had a couple of options. We have a French press, which Matt just dumps like half a bag of coffee into it and thinks that tastes good. I don't personally like it. And then we also found at a couple of Trader Joe's more on the West Coast, they had instant coffee, which I also didn't like, but Matt did mine, and it's a lot easier to make than the French press. And then most recently on the East Coast, I couldn't find that instant coffee, but I found some that had cream and sugar added to it. And at first I was like, I'm not gonna get that. But it was like $2. And so I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of a little watery, but I might have added too much water because it's kind of a big mug. And it does the trick, but Matt's more of a black coffee guy, so he probably won't like it.
I'm just here for the caffeine content, you know, no frills. Just give it to me straight, Chief. One of the challenges about working from campgrounds during the week is when the campground does most of their work and repairs and all of that. So we actually have the campsite next to us being worked on as we speak. So when I can, I come in the camper instead of work outside. All right, that's about it for the work day. Nothing too exciting today, just some action within the camp, I guess. I'm taking the girls out and about right now for a treat, get some energy out for them, let them stretch their legs while I stretch mine, and then Rebecca should be done in about an hour and a half, and we'll get started with dinner, and let's see what we get tonight. We had cereal. That's a Tuesday for you. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. I keep my eyes open? I think I kept my eyes open. Surprise, it's Thursday. I bet I fooled you yesterday saying it was Tuesday. It was actually Wednesday. Haha, funny me. Anyways, they finished the campground next to us about an hour ago, so it's been noisy all morning, but when you plug headphones in, it wasn't too bad. And Rebecca's on a lunch break. We're about to eat and then go for a walk. This is the setup, nothing crazy. Campsite next to us. Yeah, been working on smart contracts all day, so if that's your thing, or if you need somebody who that is their thing, let me know.
Happy Friday, or for everyone else, happy Thursday. But today was my last working day of the week. I just did 2 back-to-back very long days. My schedule is somewhat flexible, so I can kind of make my schedule as we go. So while we're on the road, I'm going to try to work less days but longer hours. So I survived week 1 and it wasn't too bad. So tomorrow is going to be our adventure day in Asheville. I have a special place I want to go get breakfast that we've been to already twice before that I always think of when we're in Asheville. And then my other request is to go for a hike. I'm in the process of looking at all trails to try to find some good hikes around here. I do have a recommendation for your favorite hike in this area. Definitely let us know below in the comments. And then we'll probably end the day at a brewery. And right now we're just staying cuddled up in the camper. I have a cat on my lap and that's all that's going on. But we will see you tomorrow at breakfast.
3, 2, 1. Good morning, North Carolina. That was good. Good morning. All right, so it's Friday in Asheville. We're getting ready to go out, go for breakfast, go for a hike. So we have to get things ready. We have to charge everything. We have to pack everything back up. So that gets a little chaotic. When we travel, it's pretty much traveling with your house, right? You travel with everything that you have. And so when we do something like go for a hike, it's like, okay, what can we repurpose for a hike instead of bringing new? Meaning backpacks, right? So we have 2 backpacks that we primarily carry. And when we aren't hiking, it carries like electronics and documents, things like that. And when we do hike, everything comes out. The filming gear goes in there. The towel in case we go to the waterfall gets in there. I like waterfalls. Let's show you what we got. Look at this spider. Anyways. All right, so here's the setup. So this is the backpack that becomes a hiking book bag, just typical North Face. It's actually really handy. Our buddy Chance got it for us back in the day. So shout out to Chance. That's where our laptops go when we aren't hiking. But yeah, it's great so if we go work somewhere too. So it gets a little chaotic with the charging situation since we only have 2 outlets. So we'll throw in a strip cord. We'll also charge off the battery and then just recharge that while we're gone. We've been using gimbals a lot more lately. And this one is for a GoPro. We use the DJI Mini 2. It's a little drone, and bring 3 batteries with us and a couple mini SD cards. But really, I only use one flying for one go around. Apple Watches, they're great for still shots. If you're taking one on the iPhone for like thumbnails, things like that, we actually record everything on the iPhone and then everything processed on that bad boy there. So yeah, everything comes out while we're drinking coffee. All right, so we just finished breakfast, brunch, and now we are headed about 45 minutes south to a trailhead. It should be about a 3-hour loop. It's about 6 to 7 miles long. Apparently has some beautiful views. That's why I'm doing it. So we're about 5 miles from the trailhead, but it's about 20 minutes left of a drive. Let me show you why. All right, here we are, Pilot Cove Slate Rock Trail. We'll drop the All Trails link inside of the description right below. So far, pretty cool. It was about a 4 or 5 mile drive down a gravel road that's, pretty windy. You probably need like an all-terrain vehicle to get over here, but the Subaru didn't do bad at all. We do have all-terrain tires on it, so that probably helped. Wouldn't suggest it if it was raining. It's a beautiful start by a river. Expected 3-hour hike, 6 to 7 mile loop. Some people say the last 1.5 miles is a gravel road, so some people think it's just worth 3 miles to the bluff and back. We'll be the judge.
But I forgot. So let me know.
We are almost there to the bluff, I think. Trail is definitely a little challenging, especially if it's your first trail in 3 months.
3 hours doesn't sound that long until you're hiking that whole time.
It's muggy. It hasn't rained in a few days at least. And the trail is still muddy, so something to keep in mind. So thankfully we have boots this time, so it's worked out well. Birds are starting to come out, so we think we're close.
Halfway. Woo-hoo. Well, it finally happened. We crashed the drone. Where is it? Oh, right there. Let me zoom in for the people. We saw it happening. It's like watching a car accident. Alright, I'm gonna go help. Never mind, look what Matt just spotted. That's a big boy. We're gonna leave it alone, but okay, back to the drone.
So that was an eventful first half of a hike. First half of the first hike back on the road. Got some great drone footage, crashed the drone, and we found the largest snake we've ever seen out in the wild. Yeah, definitely interesting. It took about 2 hours to get up here to the peak summit. Probably take you a little faster if you aren't lollygagging like we are. And now we're headed back down. So we'll see how long that takes. We made it back. That was long. The last 2 miles was the gravel path that we basically drive up to get there. So you could have taken that to another trailhead that's actually probably about an hour shorter. It's two hours opposed to 3. It actually took us 4, but no,
like 3 hours and 15 minutes.
3 hours and 15 minutes. I take that back. I just do not know what day it is, and I cannot tell you what time it is either. Yeah, we're pretty pooped. We are headed to a brewery, a toss-up between Wicked Weed in downtown Asheville and Sierra Nevada, which, if you are familiar with us, you know we went there last year. So it's nice outside. I like Sierra Nevada's outdoor setup, but I like Wicked Weed's beer more. You know, I'm hungry. So we are back on the road again. Last night we finished up the evening at Sierra Nevada Brewery, and as always, after we start drinking, we don't really record much. I think that's for the betterment of YouTube, but now it is morning time. We're packed up. We don't show that either because it's stressful and it's hot, and yeah, you just don't see my best side. So we're packed up, we're on the road, we're headed to Nashville. We'll see you guys next week.